tuning in for yet another video. Make sure that you like this video, you comment on this video, and that you subscribe to my channel and you turn on your post notifications so that you never miss when I post. Sorry guys, the window is right there, so if you hear some noise, I'm right by the airport, so you might hear some airplanes. Anywho, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a things I wish I learned before turning 25. So let's go ahead and get right into it. On to number one. Uno. The first thing is that you're not supposed to have it all figured out. This is a big one for me. Anybody that's around me that knows me will tell you the same thing, especially for me. I'm such a person where I'm like, okay, I gotta get to it. I should have this by now. I should have this by now. And then of course, in our generation, in our age group, social media does not help. Feeling like you're behind or feeling like you're not exactly where you should be or where you're supposed to be. I had to learn that I am right where I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to have all things figured out at this point in my life. I'm not supposed to have life completely figured out at this point. We're always learning, we're always growing, we're always evolving. And yeah, that is a big one, a big one, a big one. If you were a person like me in your 20s where you're super, like, are you okay? Super goal driven, you can get caught up in this like feeling like you are not where you should be or you're not there fast enough. But when you really think about it, like, only 25 and we've only had since what, let's say maybe like 18 to really start getting life together and figuring life out. So it really has not been that long. It has not been that many years. We have so much more life to live. So yeah, you do not have to have it all figured out at this stage in life. Okay. All right, on to number two is that you will outgrow people. You will outgrow people. The people that were your friends in elementary school, middle school, high school, at least for me, most of those people are not in my life to this day, right? Because when you think about it, when we're at these younger ages, especially like elementary, middle school, we're all aligned. We're all doing the same exact things. Our lives look pretty much the same. We're all just going to school and hanging out with our friends and, just doing that. You get to high school, you're pretty much doing the same thing. Once you get into your later years, like junior, senior year, is when you kind of a little bit start to figure out who you are, what you like, what you don't like. But like even the friends that I had in elementary school, I did not have in middle school. The friends that I had in middle school, I did not have in high school. And the friends that I had in high school are, most of them, with the exception of one, maybe two, are no longer in my life, are not my friends now. Wish them nothing but absolute success. But that's just life. We are no longer aligned and that's okay. I'm going this way, you're going that way. Neither way is wrong. It's just the paths that we are choosing. And sometimes those paths just are not aligned. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And even in my 20s, not even my high school friends that I met 3 years ago, I have friends that aren't in my life today because, like I said, we are always constantly learning, growing, and evolving. And within that process, not everybody is going to go where you are going, and that is okay. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Your people will come, your tribe will come, and maybe you'll meet somebody that's supposed to be in your life for a year and then they're not. And it's just, moral of the story is it is okay to outgrow people, no matter how long you've known them, no matter how old you are, what stage you are in your life. That is okay. That was another big one. All of these on my list are big ones for me personally that I had to learn. But for me, like, it is, and it's still something that is hard for me. It's really hard for me to let go of people. I am just a super forgiving person. I give grace to everybody. I see the best in everybody. So, old Naya, you could do a lot of wrong to her and you'll still be in her life. But I am now learning that, if you did something that I don't feel like was a thing that a friend should do, of course, I'm going to have a conversation with you about it. But if those things continue to happen or I continue to feel like this just isn't working or it's out of alignment, then I'm going to let you go. And that's okay. And I know, letting people go, especially at this stage in our life, can be hard. But do it now. Like, do it now because you close a door so that another one can open. All right. And on to number 3. Healing is hard and uncomfortable. I have this one on here because of, like I said, with our generation and the influence of social media, right? We have a lot of people on social media that are, on their healing journeys and doing all these things. And I find that most of those people are only showing the good parts of healing. And I just think that that can be very misleading to somebody that is looking to go on their healing journey, for it to look like all peaches and rainbow. Because then if you are someone that you're looking at somebody on social media and you're only seeing nothing but good throughout their healing journey, then like I said, that's just a little bit misleading, because then you hop into yours and you're crying every day and it's really hard and it's really uncomfortable and you really have to face a lot of hard things, and you're like, oh, this isn't what such and such said it was. This isn't what such and such looks like. And you can think that, maybe you're doing it wrong or whatever. Like I said, just comparison, which in our generation with social media is really easy to do, and it's an intentional thing that we have to not do because it's there, it's in our face, so learning that healing is hard and healing is uncomfortable. Are there beautiful stages of it? Yes. I mean, it's all beautiful, even the hard parts. But there are bright days and there are really, really happy high days, but there are also dark days and really, really low days. And having those days does not mean that you're not healing or that, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So, yeah, that's just a big one for me. It's just that healing is hard and very uncomfortable. Do not get it twisted. Do it. It's necessary. Like, there's no way around it. We all have to do it. But it's not easy. Okay? Number 4. I've been talking about this in the first 3, but that comparison will drain you. Again, back to social media, or even if it's not social media, maybe you're not someone that's on social media, but just don't compare yourself to other people, whether it's in real life. You see somebody walking down the street with a nice car. You see somebody at the mall with the bag that you have. You see somebody at the mall shopping in stores that right now you can't shop in, but you want to one day. Whatever it is, do not compare yourself to other people. Comparison is the thief of joy. I know it's so cliche, but it's so, so true. And I had to learn that the hard way. Like I said, being a girl, I know so many people can relate. Being a girl in high school, looking at what your friends might be wearing, they're following the trends, they can afford this, they're doing that. It looks like they have all this amount of money and they're traveling and they're doing all these things. Whatever it is, do not compare yourself to other people or other people's lives, especially on social media. Going back to the fact that on social media, we are showing what we want people to see. There are some people out there showing the real, which is, sometimes the hard, the not so pretty, the not so glamorous. But that the point of social media is that we have the choice to show what we want to show, and most of the time people are going to show the good. People are not going to show the self-doubt. They're not going to show the bad. They're not going to show the hard days. And so just do not get into a loop of comparing yourself to people, especially when you're only seeing like highlights of their life. You know what I mean? We're all going through something. Okay? And number 5. Number 5 is just to choose yourself. I really, really had to learn to choose myself, finding my own rhythm, finding what makes me happy. And if that means I don't want to hang out with this person this day, okay. If I don't want to answer the phone for this person, okay. If I have grown out of partying, going to the club, getting drunk every weekend, whatever the heck it is, if I have grown out of that, grow out of it, move on, like go wherever God is telling you to go, wherever life is taking you, go on that path, your path, and don't try to like, stay in the old or stay in something that doesn't feel right anymore, because that's simply just not choosing yourself. And I had to learn that. So always choose yourself first, no matter what that looks like for you. Choosing me might not look the same as what it looks like for you, but whatever choosing yourself looks like for you, whatever that looks like, do that and never stop doing that. Number 6 is that your 20s are for building. Your 20s are for building the life that you want in your future. You are in the process of putting the things in place to have this life that you desire, that you know that you are going to have. And it kind of ties in with the not having it all figured out, right? Like use your 20s as building like all these things. You wake up every day and you set your goals and you set your intentions and you stay consistent with whatever it is that you're trying to do. Do a little something towards that goal every single day. 20s are not about, having all of the latest trends and having all the money and doing this and just doing whatever you see everybody else doing. Build right now. Build. Okay. Yeah. It's number 6. And number 7 is maintain your mental health. This is a big one, especially for me, somebody who has always struggled with mental health, depression, anxiety, overthinking, all of the things. I've always struggled with my mental health, and maintaining your mental health is so important, whatever that is for you. I do something called peaceful healing every other week. I would like to do it weekly, but I do have to pay for it. So right now it's every other week. But I do that. I meditate. I journal. I go to wellness events. I hang out with like-minded people. I hang out with people that have positive energy, that are healers, that are lights. And that all for me is about maintaining my mental health. I work out, I move my body. So many different things that you can do to maintain your mental health, whatever those things are for you. Also going on walks, being out in nature, that's a big one for me too. But just really building your sort of like, building your, what do I want to call it? Like your mental health toolbox, right? I have a toolbox, a mental health toolbox. And in that toolbox is all of my things, my meditating, my walking, my journaling, my sitting in silence, my breathing, my stretching, my peaceful healing, therapy, whatever your toolbox is made of. This is the time to start creating that toolbox, because you're going to need it on those days where, like today, I feel amazing, right? But tomorrow I could wake up and not feel so amazing because of the fact that I struggle with mental health. And so I need to have those things in my toolbox. If I wake up tomorrow and I'm not feeling it, okay, let me go through my toolbox. What would feel good right now? Let me do a meditation. Let me stretch. Let me do these things. You need those tools, because that's how you navigate throughout life in a healthy and a positive way. That's how you navigate through the hard days. So maintain your mental health. And like I said, for me, the biggest way to maintain your mental health is to build up that toolbox. Build up that toolbox, whatever that is for you. Have your tools, pull them out, use them as many times as you need them. If you need to use every tool in one day, use them. Do what you got to do to get yourself back to your blissful state. Get yourself back to, your state of being that you want to be at, your grounded state of being, your peaceful state of being. Have your things that get you there, so that way you can pull from them whenever you need them. But yeah, that's huge. And therapy too. Like, start therapy early. Start it now. And the word maintaining too. It's not about, okay, I had a panic attack or I had a mental breakdown. I need to go to therapy. I need to rush and do this and figure out what's wrong. No, if you're maintaining it, then it'll lessen the amount of panic attacks you're having. It'll lessen the amount of mental breakdowns that you're having. It's definitely something that needs to be maintained and not something that you just work on when things are hard. You do it even when things are good. Number 8, we're getting there, guys. Mom's getting there. Number 8 is, this goes hand in hand with the building, right? I just have money, budgeting, staying on top of bills, and credit. Like, all things money, budgeting, credit, all of that, so important. So important. I had to learn that the hard way, y'all. I'm talking eviction letters. I'm talking, I can't talk. I'm talking, like, girl, I'm talking car being repossessed. I'm talking like no money in my account. I'm talking if my car breaks down, I have no money. I'm talking like I don't know how to do this life thing on the financial tip. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I didn't have it. I do now. I'm getting so much better. But you don't realize the importance of it until you're actually like thrown out into the world, and you kind of have to go through those things and figure those things out on your own, because then what happens is you're like, okay, I know that I don't want that to happen again, so I'm going to try my best this time around to prevent it, and this next time I might mess up somewhere again, but I'm going to keep trying and trying and trying to prevent these things from happening. And that's really how you learn. And just having people around you that are good with finances. Like, for me, my fiance, he is the financial person, okay? So I go to him, he'll sit with me, write out my bills, get my budgeting together. Whoever it is that you have around you, utilize those people. My great grandmother, great with money, right? So she is a resource that I have. My brother, just have people around that are good with those things, and don't be scared to utilize them and reach out to them for help, because finances are everything, as we know, especially in this world, especially right now. We need to have our finances together. So I'm currently working on saving. I opened up my high yield account, so I'm going to start putting money in there. Just doing all the things, getting out of debt, building my credit. They have debt consolidation. They have so many things, so many tools and resources, and we really just need to use them. I know we're in our 20s and we're like, oh, it's fine. Money is just money. I want to do this. I want to do this. Same, girl, same. But at the end of the day, we got goals, we got places that we're trying to be, that we're trying to get to, and a huge part of that is finances. So we gotta stay on top of it. We'll hold each other accountable, girl. Okay? Number 9, you can restart your life as many times as needed. You literally can. You can start over as many times as you want. You can start over every day if you want. It's like, don't do that. That's a bit much. But the point is that, like, you are not stuck into one life. You're not stuck as one person for the rest of your life. Again, we are always evolving. So inevitably, our lives are going to change with us as we evolve. We are going to attract the things that we are putting out. So don't be afraid to hit the restart button and say, you know what? I didn't like this version of me yesterday. Today, and going forward, I'm going to operate as this version of me. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be afraid to do that. For me, I used to be afraid to do that because I knew that, at least at the time in my life, the people that I had around me were not ready to go where I was going and go to that level. Like what we're talking about, you outgrow people. This is a huge reason why. And I just didn't want, I didn't want those people to not be able to go with me, one. Another thing, why I used to do this and why I feel like people, are so scared to kind of like restart and rebrand yourself, if you will, rebirth yourself, all the different words, is because the people that we have in our lives expect us to show up a certain way, right? We're so used to showing up a certain way in our relationships that it's the fear of the unknown. Okay, I've been showing up this way because this is who I am, but I don't want to be this person anymore. So that's going to require me to show up different. And will this person still accept me? Will this person still love me? Will this person still want to be around me? Right? Those are real fears that we have. Like I said, it's just fear of the unknown. But the truth is, if you show up as a better version of yourself and the people that you have around you are not accepting of that, or are judging you for that, or are saying things about you for that, then they don't need to be in your life. And that is just the very, very hard truth. So don't not better yourself and rebuild and rebirth yourself off of fear of what other people might think, or off of fear of losing other people. Do not do that. Do not do that. Restart as many times as you feel like you need to, and do whatever it is that you feel like you need to do to get to the highest version of yourself. Period. Okay? Last but certainly not least, let's see. Oh, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. This is something that I'm still working on today, giving myself grace. I was literally just telling my cousin the other day that I just, I'm really hard on myself, and I do a lot in my days, and I am, doing all these great things, and I'm working towards my goals, and I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, and I'm maintaining my mental health, and I'm doing all of the things. But then there's that something in me sometimes that creeps up that tells me you're not doing enough. You're not doing this the right way. Whatever those thoughts might be. And so this is something that I'm still navigating and I'm still learning, but ultimately it's just about giving ourselves grace, right? I give, and I'm sure a lot of us do, we give grace to so many people in our lives, everybody in our lives. Like I said, with me, people can mess up. I'm very forgiving, I'm very understanding with other people, but I'm not like that with myself. I'm not forgiving of myself. I'm not understanding of myself. I do not give myself grace. I'm always and it's just that I'm pushing myself because I want better and because I want so much more out of life. But there's a way to do that and it not be damaging. That can be really damaging if you're pushing yourself too hard, especially if you are doing all of the things that you're supposed to be doing. And of course, we can always be doing more, but just giving ourselves grace. Just give yourself grace. Yeah. So those are the 10 things that I wish I would have known before turning 25. And some of those things, people told me I did know, but it hits different when it really, really hits you. And at this 25th year in my life, I am just a whole nother person than I was when I was 20. Than I was when I was 24. Like, I am the queen of rebirthing. I am the queen of hitting the restart button and starting over. I have literally had so many lives. It would be a whole nother video to tell y'all all of the lives that I have lived in just 25 years. Just because you got to do whatever you got to do to get to the version of yourself that you ultimately want to be. And sometimes that means hitting that restart button. Okay, tried that out, didn't work, didn't like that version. Okay, let's try something new. So right now, that's where we're at. I'm 25, I'm thriving, I'm happy. And yeah, so I hope that this helped you guys out there, and I will see you all in my next video. Make sure you comment how you liked this, and that you comment your experiences too, and that you comment the things that you wish you would have learned before you turned 25, 30, or however old you are now. Comment, give some advice, pour into each other in the comments. And I'll see y'all next time.